What's up, everybody? This is the Growing Up Italian podcast. And today we have a special guest, Renee Graziano here.
Hi,
How you doing, Renee?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. Thank you for coming out today to
I'm
meet with
super
me.
excited. Nice to meet
Yo,
you.
this
too.
is big because I watched Mob Wives religiously.
Did you really?
I
Who
did.
didn't watch Mob Wives?
Oh my God. I remember when I had to watch it for work and I would be so depressed because you hear everybody talk about you, like, because we don't know what's really happening in all the different scenes or whatever. So watching it back, I'd be like, that bitch. Oh my God.
Oh,
and I
you
wouldn't
mean you
talk-
don't know about what the other people are
Right.
saying?
No,
Okay.
my sister Jennifer, who created the show and executive produced, she would not tell us anything. So when I would watch that back, I would fight with the girls. After the day after it aired, I would brawl with everybody.
Would you say like everything was real, or a lot of stuff is like, say this so it sounds better? Or is it just
Okay, I could definitely 1,000,000% say for myself, there isn't anything they've ever made me say or do. And
that you didn't want to say?
Right. I mean, I would love to lie to you right now and say, oh, yeah, that time in Vegas. Oh, yeah, that was just me acting really bad. But no, unfortunately, that was me. Yeah, I was coming off that was a relapse because I'm in recovery. But that was a hot mess. As far as the girls, half the cast is real and half the cast is full of shit.
So it's half it's like an act, you're saying?
Well, I think they particularly act. Some of the girls, like not, and I'm not saying who or what, but I'm just saying there have been over the years a few girls who have, did it for the camera,
Yeah, okay.
as opposed to where it's like me, Carla, Karen, Drita, where this is really who we are, even Ramona, that's really who we are,
Yeah.
Angela, but then the girls that came on here and there, they kind of like try to,
So it's a story where we met when I was promoting clubs, and I met you, Big Ange, that night. Rest in peace.
Yes, rest
And
in
then
peace.
another time I met Drita, and I remember when I met you and Drita specifically because I drove you guys back and forth that night. But Drita was so funny too. She's like a tomboy.
Yes, absolutely. She definitely is. She's Drita. She's Drita.
So you were on Mob Wives, but you're also on like a bunch of other shows.
I've been blessed. I've after Mob Wives, I did Celebrity Big Brother in the UK. That was really awesome. I came in third. Had I known that if I failed like on the third or fourth day and they kicked me out, I would have still got my whole check. I would have so left.
You'd have forced your way out.
I would have made you throw me out. But I had gotten into it with somebody in the show. His name was Bear. And then it was like, oh no, this fuck ain't gonna beat me. There's no way, shape, or form. I'm gonna fight to the very end. And we literally had a physical altercation. We threw things. Like he was just, excuse my language, a prick. But he ended up winning. I came in third, and then they had like a buffer person in between us. That was cool. I went on to do Marriage Boot Camp. And on that show, I punched the guy that I was with dead in the face because he said something about my son. There was a
shout outs to AJ.
Shout out to AJ,
the driver, the MVP driver today.
Yeah, I know.
I try to get him on. He's just like, nah, not having it.
Yeah, you know what? He's so not like me that way. But thank God he's stuck it out in Mob Wives. And should we come back?
I think we should.
I think we need that.
I think
Part two. Wait,
we're
was Mob Wives one season or
six
it was?
seasons.
Yeah,
Six
it was
seasons
long.
we
were you on
ran.
all of them?
There was no Mob Wives
Yeah,
about
that's
me.
what I'm saying.
I mean, let me
No,
keep,
because
my son is shaking his head. No, let's just keep it 100. 100.
because I
With no
remember-
Drita, no
Yeah,
Renee,
exactly.
and no Ange, the three mean, there wouldn't have been.
No, I agree.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
mean, Drita and I, we don't see each other, so we don't talk. If I see her, of course, I would say, hello, how are you? But she's not in my phone book where I call her. I talk to Carla. I talk to Angela in heaven all the time. But, I don't speak to anybody else.
Yeah, rest in peace to Angela. She was so much fun. We went to Patricia's that night. And
Oh
I
my
remember
God.
hanging out with this guy the whole night, and Leroy, we were drinking, having a blast.
Angela, I know Angela. I just turned 50. So I know Angela since I'm about 15 years
Oh,
old.
wow.
So Angela's basically family.
Mhm.
And my father's younger sister has been her best friend all those years. So Angela really is family. And I'll tell you, she's always been that way. Like she's always been 10,000. Like, you know what I mean? A person would be like a 10. No, she's 10,000.
I remember when she passed away, like everybody was like posting it, going crazy.
That
like,
shook New York.
Yeah, like
It was
it was
super
a shame.
sad.
It came out of nowhere, you know. Like,
Well, she was sick for a year.
Yeah, exactly.
And I remember the day that she got the really devastating news that it wasn't going to be long. And we went to, not Smith and Walensky. Where did we go?
you went to the steakhouse?
Steakhouse downtown. And I remember the old homestead. She wanted her lobster mac and cheese. She wanted her steak. She wanted this. And me, Carla, and my sister brought it up to the hospital for her. And I remember that day clearly. I didn't go to the hospital the night she died. The other girls were there. I know Drita was. I couldn't.
Gone way too soon.
Gone way too soon.
Big, huge personality.
I speak to her daughter a few times a week. She's doing super great. Her son AJ is healthy, in recovery, looks amazing.
God bless.
God bless.
Yeah, so it's really nice. She's smiling in heaven, you know.
Yeah,
she definitely is. And now my father died in May, and he's there with her. So that was my father's favorite person, was Angela. So yeah.
Rest in peace to both of them.
Yes.
Rest in peace.
Big Ange definitely missed.
TG.
Before we did this podcast, I was looking up on YouTube because I was like, you know, I don't want to do something that a bunch of other people did.
Mm-hmm.
So when you mentioned the marriage boot camp, I'm like, wow, she's kind of mean. Like, I wouldn't want to date a woman like this. Like, you were bossing this guy around. I'm like,
Okay.
Maron.
Let me
What's going on
let
here?
me tell you, first of all, let me tell you what it's like to be with somebody who, one, is a complete drunk and you had to hide the alcohol every friggin' day. And I'm in recovery, so he wants to drink. So I literally had to watch the alcohol intake because when he drinks, as we saw on the show, he likes to get a little girl-friendly, blows kiss. He wants to touch and feel. You ain't going to embarrass me on TV. You ain't gonna embarrass me.
You
Not
ain't
on
gonna
the
come on my platform
Exactly.
and show me up.
Yeah,
Like, this is what
never
I do.
happened. So what had happened was they made me film this very, very serious scene, and I was away from him for about 6 hours. Well, in those 6 hours, he got so drunk that when he came into the scene, his hands were all over me. One, not cool. Like, I'm not like that. One, I'm not like that in real life. You're never going to do kind of stuff like that on camera. But when we got back to the room, he was being, I'm going to keep it 100. He was saying very racial slurs.
Mm-hmm.
There was a couple in the house, Prima Donna. She's a rapper. She's out of Love Her to Pieces.
I know what you're talking about.
Her and her husband, obviously, they're a black couple, and he's in the room and he's using the N-word and he's getting a little ridiculous with himself. And then he started calling me names that I don't even say. And then he said some real slick shit. He said something about my ex-husband, which I could care less if you trash him. But then he threw my son into something. So the second
Not
you
cool.
talk about my son, you're getting cracked in the face. And that's basically exactly what happened. He got cracked in the face.
Well deserved, though.
Yeah, like, and he didn't just get cracked once in the face. He probably walked out because I said that. And I understand. But the truth of the matter is that no good piece of shit that I filmed with is lucky that I could not grab the trophy that I was trying to grab because I would have cracked his head wide open. And I didn't care. Next thing you know, after that, the cops show up. There's rolling down the steps. He's fighting with security. He had to sleep in another house. Like, you are not coming anywhere by me.
Well, he
So-
had a little short stint on TV.
Yeah,
I won't be
yeah.
seeing him again.
He got paid for it, so it's all good. But
Before all this, though,
Mhm.
before you started, being in reality TV, you were actually a wardrobe stylist.
yes, I
Because I know you're cool with 50 Cent and
Yeah.
Jay. I see you always be posted by like everybody I want to hang out with.
Oh my God.
So I'm like,
50 was the greatest and the biggest surprise. I work for a girl named Tiffany Hasborn. She actually does ballers, shooter. She's a big stylist, and I was her assistant. So, and we had just met a few days, and she needed somebody to help her out And I was like, all right, Tiff, but I don't know what I'm doing. She's like, all right, just meet me at MTV. So I'm like, okay, fine. So I meet her there and 50's there. So she's like, all right, help him out, change him out of his clothes, blah, blah, blah.
Was this like
This,
Get Rich or Die Trying 50
this
Cent? Like the
was,
climax?
yeah, this was, we're going back to 2000 and
4 or 5?
No, 2002.
Oh, that was
like I've
yeah.
been around
That's
him.
Get Rich or Die
Yeah,
Trying.
I was
like,
around him 2001, 2002. So I'm changing his clothes out, right? And I'm like, sir, can you please go in your pants and check your pockets? And he was like, no, you can go in my pockets. I was like, where we're from, we don't go in men's pockets. He's like, Tiff, she's hired. She comes everywhere with us. And that is exactly how I formulated my relationship with him. And to this day, we're really good friends. I mean, I'll go and sleep up at the house and, when he had it.
In Connecticut.
In Connecticut.
Everybody talks about the parties there. Like, I know a bunch of friends.
Yeah, I don't do the parties. I'm good for going up there and I'll cook for everybody that's in the house, And I've been friends with a girlfriend of his that he went out for years. But he's still my favorite. Him and Ghostface, like, Ghost is the
You're close with a lot of people from Wu-Tang too, right?
Yeah, well, Ghost, his manager is my sister's best friend. But Ghost is he's great. Like I
legend.
see him, I'm like, brother. He's like sister. He's super awesome.
You keep it real. You could connect with Italians, rap, whoever. It doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
Because you don't come across that often, especially like in that kind of industry. Everybody puts on like this facade, kind of.
Oh yeah, everybody's so full of shit.
So when you come across someone who's genuine and this is who I am, that's somebody you want to be around.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I like real. Like I always say, the only thing fake about me is my nose. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a very real person. And sometimes I say stuff, like, just like my son came in and walked back out, but he's actually tired.
I know he works a real job.
Oh my God.
He's not like us.
He gets up at 5 a.m. every day.
I know.
I'm so proud of him. But, for me, if I'm not going to be who I am, then you're not. Why would I do reality? Like, I know reality TV could be like full of shit. Mob Wives was the incidents that happened on that show were so real.
So you were working in wardrobe for how many years? And then all of a sudden, like you said, an opportunity came that you were going to be in reality TV? Or?
Oh, no. I was doing wardrobe, I would say, for about 5 or 6 years. And then I went to work in Neiman Marcus, which was like so much fun because of the discounts.
Definitely not TJ Maxx.
I love Neiman Marcus. And then I basically just took a break for a while. And it's my sister's show. She created it. So she was like, yeah, I'm going to do this show. And she was like, I'm going to have this person, that person. And she wouldn't say me. And I'm like, but what about me? And she was like, no. Drita's gonna do it. Karen's gonna do it. I'm like,
and these are all girls you that you grew up with all of them?
So I know Carla since I'm 16. Karen, Drita, those are my sister's girlfriends. So obviously I knew them. They were younger than me. Big Ange is more mine. Ramona is Jennifer's friend. Like all the girls that have been on that show, we all have a relationship with. No. Matter of fact, shout out to Natalie Garcia because I talk to Miss Delicious all the time. Yeah. We're super cool now. And if the show comes back, she's going to come back.
That'd be dope.
Yep.
It's crazy because all you's like, now you're saying everybody's name. I'm like, well, that's crazy. They're all on that show because they're all like, everybody knows who you guys are.
Yeah, we did. We did.
Especially in the Italian community, like.
Huge in the Italian community. We did even in the urban community. It's amazing.
Yeah.
We did very, very well. And I would love to see the show come back.
Guys, you heard her, all right?
I would love it. Let's make it happen.
Things are a little different now that you have a little grandson, though, right?
Things are so different. I can't really post a lot of pictures anymore. My son will be like, but take that down. Actually, that's where this came from.
I know. Exactly. This is the segue to you had a cookbook for a while.
I had a cookbook with my sisters called How to Use a Meat Cleaver. And that's
such a good name.
It's so amazing. But each dish has a story that goes along with it. And the photography in the book is phenomenal. But this is my baby. Cool.
This just came out recently, too.
It just the beginning of the month, the 1st of October.
I remember when we first started talking, you said, I have a kid's book coming. I'm like, that's perfect.
Yep, Grandma and Me on the Run. Now I wanted like Grandma and Me on the Lamb, but it would have stirred the pot. So we said Grandma.
There she goes again.
Grandma and Me on the Run, and basically. Throughout the book, it's little adventures that him and I go on, and it talks about bullying. It talks about different religions. It talks about how children should get along, regardless of color, religion. Color and religion in school. We do something called. I forgot. Oh my God. We go to the
You
zoo.
went to the zoo? Yeah,
we
you
go to
shouldn't
the
have
zoo.
both.
I'm sorry. The zoo adventure, which is like my favorite thing. And it's supposed to be, I'm telling him the story and then it turns into
His imagination.
his imagination. Yeah.
That's
I
dope.
want kids to definitely use their imagination much more than they do now by watching TV and these games, because your imagination can take you anywhere
Anywhere. I
you
know,
want
I
to
know.
go. You can go to any country in your mind. You
I
know?
know, it's awesome. And what's the biggest difference you would say, like having your own son versus having a grandson?
I was literally just gonna ask that.
The truth of the matter is,
you
know,
get to spoil him a little more. Right?
I get to make up for stuff that I fucked up with my son. How about that? That's how I feel. Like, I know there were certain things I did with AJ. And as an adult, he's expressed it to me that he didn't like. So I know for my grandson, I know not to do it that way. Like, I think it was hard for AJ, having a mother that was, going through addiction and depression first and foremost.
Mhm.
I think that was hard for him because if it's hard for me, it's got to be hard
Of course.
for my
Especially
child.
someone that's looking up to you, like
Right,
a
it's
mother.
hard. So I know for me, like my thank knock on wood, everything is good, and I'm able to be much more emotionally and mentally available than maybe I was. Not that my son did not have me 1,000,000%, but bottom line, and the truth is, if you're stoned, you're really not there. If you're there,
Mhm.
I'm physically
Your
everywhere.
body's there, yeah.
Right. But if you're not in the right frame of mind, if I'm crying and depressed, I'm not there. So I know that that's something that I definitely keep a close eye on if I feel any changes within myself. My grandson is,
He's so cute.
oh my God, he's everything. And so we went Halloween costume shopping and he goes, he calls me Nene. Nene, I'm going to be an astronaut. I go, a what? Astronaut. He calls it an astronaut. And I have pictures of him like he's all excited. And then I bought him a dragon costume the other day. And it's up
So
on
he
my...
has 2 costumes.
He has 4.
Oh.
Like, okay. This
He has
kid has
alternates and everything.
He has everything. He can go to school, this block, that block. They say that it's been said that you love your grandchild more than your own. Like, first of all, no. I love them this much, the same. They're the same to me. That's the same person to me.
See, now that I had kids, my dad's so much nicer than my kids than he was to me. All right, my sister will vouch. Like, with my kids, he's like flinging them, and I'm like, yo, you didn't even come to any of my sport games with other
You
kids.
know what
like,
it is? Like, they see the grandkids more because when we were growing up, we were in school, they were working.
Yeah.
My mom and dad are always around now, so they see them much more. They actually enjoy them. They didn't enjoy us.
No, I think I think that that's what it is. And I always said that when you have kids, even like, when you had your kids, you're young. You're not really looking at the innocence of them, and they're your kids and you're going to grow them up. When I look at my grandson, I was able to look at him and see innocence. Something I didn't
just pure, like
Pure?
like,
Yeah.
innocence, something I didn't notice with my own child because I wasn't looking for it, because I wasn't smart enough to be thinking of those things. You
You
know
have so
that,
much
oh my
other
God, they're
stuff going
innocent.
on,
But when
too.
I look, in my
Yeah.
life I did. But when I look at little Anthony John, it's this pure child of no ill will. And I mean, it's just phenomenal. The love is just ridiculous. And when he says, Nene, Nene, like he'll get on the phone and be like, Nene.
it just brightens your whole day. If you're having
Oh.
a bad day, I'll just
He says Nene. It's just like, because I didn't want to be grandma and I didn't want to be
Nana.
my
A lot of people say
right.
Nana.
No, my sister couldn't say Renee. She used to call me Naya, and then he picked up Nene. So I'm happy
Whatever
with him.
works.
He could have called me shithead. I wouldn't care. You know what I mean? As long
It would
as
sound
You
good.
make
though.
it sound
I love you, shithead. I'd be like, I love you too.
When we first started talking, you were living in Florida. Are you still going back and forth? Or?
I was in Florida. That had a lot to do with my recovery and working on my depression. No, I am over
You're back.
Florida. Absolutely. I would definitely get a place in Del Rey, but yeah, no, I'm over it. They don't move like New Yorkers.
It's too
No.
peaceful out there.
Yeah, it's
The weather's nice. It's good to like.
It is, but when it's hot,
It's hot.
oh
It's
my
humid.
God, I'd rather be in the North friggin'
You don't want to be
Pole.
a snowbird, like go December, January.
I'm
and
a
then-
snow bunny.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I mean, I would definitely get something, like I said, in Del Rey, but no, I'm a New Yorker.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're born and raised in New York, it's hard to go anywhere else.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The
New-
food is all different.
Yeah.
There's nothing like our polluted water here to give us the great taste in the pizza.
Everybody says that.
Listen,
Literally
It's in the
everybody
water.
says
It's in the
our
that.
water.
bagels,
It's
our
yeah,
pizza, it's the
everything.
water.
It's the pollution.
It's the rat shit. Man. I don't even know.
Yo, when I leave New York for a week and I get back, I'm like, put me on the train, get me to the city. I don't care.
I've never been
Everything
on a
I
train.
complain
Never?
about.
I've never
I'm like you.
never been
I
on the
count a hand.
subway. I would never. I'm petrified.
I
Not
hate
going.
the rats.
Not
that's
going.
why.
I hate rats too, but they don't have to be in the subway. You could be married to one and divorced.
Hey, I didn't say it. You
I
said
most
it.
certainly did. Rat bastard. I could say it. AJ's not here.
Yeah, He's gonna look back like, why'd you say all this? No.
He knows how I feel.
Listen, it is what it is. you
It
know?
is what it is. My son is my son, and my opinion of his father is what it is. If you tell,
There's
it's
so
not
much-
just his father; it's just in general.
Mhm.
You telling somebody,
But that gets thrown like so much now, like especially with the rapper 6ix9ine going on. Everybody's like rat. I mean,
oh, he's a fucking rap.
He is,
Oh,
though, but-
that's a
but
disgrace.
a lot of people. When I talk to people about, it, I'm like, you know what though? They're kind of full for bringing someone that's not about it into that circle though.
Listen,
like,
yeah, absolutely. You're supposed to be conditioned for a lifestyle. Do I agree with the lifestyle anymore? No, because everybody's full of shit.
yeah, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
nothing that it used to be. I don't know nothing about gang life. I only know about my own lifestyle, and my own lifestyle went out the window. Like the good ones are gone.
Yeah, that's why it's better just to do what you
Go to
want.
work.
Exactly, like save money a little at a time, and
Yeah.
that's it. You don't gotta like look over your shoulders.
No,
or-
watch a movie if you want to see a
and
gangster.
another important lesson, like watch who you do your dirt with. Like, if
Do
you're gonna
how about this?
something-
Do your dirt alone. That way, there's no one to tell on you.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's true.
You know, my father said, if you're gonna do something, do it by yourself.
And you know it's going to get done right.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
So back on the subject of like rats and a little thing that we've been experiencing is like now that our page is growing, we have like a lot of negative people like
Fuck them.
critiquing. That's exactly what I was asking. Like, how do you deal with negative people in your comments? Let's say like
Sometimes I will attack. Okay. Sometimes
it
I
depends
will.
on the day.
I-
You're like,
yeah.
"All
Like
right,
if
today
you say,
I got it.
okay, so I was helping my son's best friend's father passed away. So I put a GoFundMe page up, and I had people saying, "Well, in your mob lifestyle, you have all this money, you should just pay for it," and blah blah blah. And what do you do? I was like, first off, bitch, plain and simple. You should shut your location off. That's one. Two,
Got
I have
'em.
a father that I just had to bury, me and my sisters, and pay for. Okay, which was
It
a
costs
very,
money.
which
You can't even die.
It's like 50 grand
Yeah.
to bury my father. Oh my
It's
god,
crazy.
Yeah.
flowers, everything.
Yeah.
I said, and I donated money, of course, to the person, but it's not my responsibility to pay for other people's funerals. It's not. Sorry, it's just not.
Yeah, I know.
Just like I get people that, DM me and ask me to pay their bills. No, I'm not fucking paying your bills. No, go ask your mother and father. Just because I had a TV show does not make me a millionaire.
Yeah.
Okay. I have been fortunate, but you know what? I'm also not on the air for 3 years, and that money goes pretty damn
Yeah.
fast.
People see like followers, blue check, all these like all this activity, and they think, oh wow, they got all this money. They should just give me money. Like I hate people.
They
that
should
think,
just scratch my ass. Like I put up a post the other day. I said, for everyone who keeps DMing me, asking me to pay their bills, do you not realize I have my own bills, my own family to take care of? You are not my responsibility. Now, I ran into somebody that she has cancer. It's a proven fact that she had cancer. So I took care of some bills for her. You know what I mean? it was somebody that I came in contact with. I could not help myself. That doesn't mean I'm going to pay for everybody that has cancer. It was a case that somebody needed me. I was able to do it at that particular time. It's not that I don't give to people. I give plenty to people and donations and have my own charity.
But people expect always
People
like
expect you like, oh, well, you have it. Well, you know what? Maybe if I do, it doesn't mean I have to give it to somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to give it to St. Jude's. If I'm going to give my money to something, it's going to go to St. Jude's. You know
something
what I mean?
official.
To
not-
help
Some-
somebody. who
Yeah, like I'm
genuinely
going to
needs
help the kids. That's, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, go get a second job.
Yeah, it's
exactly.
crazy.
I mean, you need to have a second job in today's world.
Yeah.
Or at
you
least
need
a
to have,
side
like,
hustle.
3 jobs. Jesus.
Sell fancy tea. That makes you lose weight. Renee, thank you so much for coming.
Oh, you're
It was
welcome.
honestly
Thank
been a
you.
great.
pleasure.
I'm gonna
for
pack you
real.
some broccoli Rob to
Ooh,
go.
oh my
You
God.
look like you liked it.
The broccoli knob was so perfect. And
Do you
the
have any broccoli Rob in here?
Yeah.
I'm
The
gonna check it out.
the chicken cutlet. Oh, so good.
So where could people find?
Amazon. Everything is on Amazon. You could see me on Instagram at Renee Graziano. And then I have a jewelry page, Renee Graziano Jewelry. Yeah, I forgot that one. I have a jewelry company.
See, you have multiple
I
hustles.
forgot about that. It's Renee Jewelry. It's reneegraziano.com, and you can shop on that page. But the books are all on Amazon, and the
Awesome.
link is right up in my bio.
I'm looking forward to check them out.
Yeah, I'm going to leave this with
All right,
you.
thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.